Okay, the storm clearly here at this point.
Yeah.
Big range already. I mean, we know the system
There
will have
is.
a range, but what's on the ground already? Quite the spread.
Yeah, there are a few inches. I just saw 3.5 inches from Porter, and then there are, some thin, feathery coatings in other spots. But I think by the end of this, a lot of us will have at least 6 inches of snow on the ground, and that's a pretty decent-sized snowstorm for the first one out of the gate this winter. We're hitting the ground running. Can't see much there with visibility dropping because of snow falling and the intensity really picking up. Our greatest impact will be this afternoon and this evening. Parts of the coast are going to and already are mixing with some rain, but there will be a change back late this evening after the storm starts to go by and the temperatures drop again. But as I just mentioned, many spots, especially over the interior, will have 6 or more inches of snow when it is said and done. So here's a look at the radar. It's really filled in quickly over the last couple of hours especially. And a lot of towns, if not all of them, except way up along the Canadian border, are seeing some snow falling. In some places, it's a lot heavier than others. Right now, along the coastline, especially at the south here, it's more of a light to moderate snow. It doesn't seem to be accumulating that well, but there's definitely coatings out there, and a lot of the secondary roads are getting a little slippery. But there's definitely some better banding over the interior, and I highlighted one here from the lakes of Maine all the way through Lewiston, Auburn. We have Sam Olson, our reporter. She's live in Lewiston. We're going to check in with her in a second. I'd like to see what it looks like there. And then Augusta really getting it hard, and also as you head up toward the Bangor area. And speaking of eastern and northern Maine, we are starting to see our first flakes here too. It's taken a while to saturate the air, but we now have flakes in Bangor. It's moderate snow to the west of Belfast right now, and there seems to be some pretty good snow falling in northern parts of Washington County at this moment too. Our temperatures are still really cold in most spots, teens and 20s, even down to the coastline. I showed you Kennebunk right before we went to the commercials. 27 degrees in Kennebunk. We're having a tough time getting that warm air in here. It succeeded in Rockland, it's succeeding in Bar Harbor, but it may not on the south coast in the beaches and the greater Portland area. Scarborough, Cape Elizabeth might stay more snow than get wet. The high is drifting off to the east. This low is going to be moving up into the Gulf of Maine. So we're running out of time to get that warm air and that rain in here. By the evening, the wind is going to swing to the north, and that will stop the warming, and it will get colder for sure. Let's check on this timeline. 3 o'clock, still moderate snow in most places. Rain for the mid-coast, Penobscot Bay, and parts of down east Maine. 6 o'clock, the storm is peaking. Temperatures are dropping. We may be getting snowfall rates of about an inch per hour. And then after dark, those bands continue. Notice the lack of them up along the Canadian border. This is going to be more of a central and southern part of the state storm. And then as we get up to midnight, those bands are moving on out of here. Overnight tonight, the last flakes fall in down east areas, so there'll be some time for cleanup overnight. We still have this stripe of 3 to 6 inches right along the immediate coastline. Won't take much to go inland to get into the 6 to 9, maybe locally higher. Same thing in eastern Maine, Bangor, 6 to 9, but some of Penobscot Bay may just end up with like a slushy inch or so. Sun is back tomorrow. Thursday, we get some afternoon snow showers and squalls. We get blasted with Arctic air on Friday, a morning low of just 8 probably. It'll be in the single digits. And then the chance for snow over the weekend, these two systems are not looking to link up that well. So I don't think we have a very high risk for a storm, but we may end up with some flurries or snow showers Saturday afternoon. Gale warnings are up right now. We'll take a quick look at the 7-day snow, heaviest at times this afternoon and evening. The sun is back tomorrow. 40 degrees on Thursday, so really not a lot of melting. And then it definitely won't melt on Friday with a high of 25 degrees. A little light snow possible Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, I think so many of us have been focused on this snow.
Yeah.
That temperature change will feel sneaky, but we're telling you now it's going to be cold.
That cold on Friday, Brian, is some serious stuff.
Yeah, waking up is going to be brutal.
Yeah.
All right, Todd. Thank you, Todd. Mentioned